On their morning talk show, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos engage in a lively back-and-forth exchange. On Live with Kelly and Mark, the husband and wife pair is more than happy to savage each other. And this week, Kelly was attempting to correct Mark. He needs to be more like Ryan Seacrest, she even added. Kelly Ripa criticizes Mark, her husband, for snoring. Kelly Ripa occasionally shares small details about her life with Mark Consuelos. She did this once more on a recent edition of Live with Kelly and Mark, informing the viewers that Mark was suffering from a horrible case of snoring at night. Then she gave her husband a gratuity. Kelly claimed to have discovered a cure for Mark's snoring issue. He was on a snoring tear, she said. According to what he read, Mark slept for an hour and 2 minutes. That was a low estimate, according to Kelly, via Decider. She claimed that although Mark claimed to have tape on his mouth, he broke through the tape. He vaguely recalled her banging the bed to wake him up when she asked whether he remembered. It was almost like this when we first started dating, Mark remarked. Before he began prodding and hammering on the bed, he demonstrated how to rub Kelly's shoulder. Kelly chuckled. I slammed the bed down. He is startled awake by it. Mark would then attempt to place the blame on their dog, Chewy, according to Kelly. But it's all Mark, she said. Kelly then claimed to have a remedy for his snoring. Kelly Ripa advises her husband to resemble Ryan Seacrest more. In order to prevent snoring, Kelly Ripa advised Mark Consuelos to eat earlier in the evening. She suggested that Mark's late eating might be causing him to get acid reflux. According to Mark, he eats early, at 6:30 p.m., but Kelly said he had to go sooner. He needs to go full Ryan Seacrest and start eating at 4 p.m., she said. An intermittent fast was part of Ryan Seacrest's eating regimen. This entails going hours without eating. When he gets up in the morning, he drinks coffee and tea. But midday is when he eats his first meal. At 4:30 p.m., he next begins eating his meal. This implies that he doesn't eat anything between approximately 5 p.m. and just before noon. Kelly's only worry concerning Mark is that he might be suffering from an unknown gastrointestinal ailment. He should back up his chow time, she quipped, adding that he likes meat and likes fats. On Live with Kelly and Mark, there are certain moments that feel destined to go viral. A witty comeback, an unexpected confession, or Kelly Ripa catching her husband, Mark Consuelos, completely off guard with a zinger. But nothing quite prepared the studio audience, or Mark himself, for the morning when Kelly told him, in front of millions of viewers, to go full Seacrest. The remark instantly had fans howling, and before the show even ended, social media was ablaze with speculation about what exactly Kelly meant by the phrase. The morning setup. It all began during the host chat. Kelly and Mark were sipping their coffees, warming up the crowd with their usual blend of banter. The topic was overachievers. A magazine article had listed the hardest working celebrities in entertainment, and predictably, Ryan Seacrest, Kelly's former co-host, was right at the top. Kelly held up the glossy printout with a smirk. Here it is, she announced. Ryan Seacrest, still working 12 jobs at once, still making the rest of us look lazy. Honestly, I think he might be secretly cloned. Mark chuckled. He's got more gigs than anybody. Radio, TV, producing, game shows. The guy is a machine. That's when Kelly pounced. She leaned toward Mark, arched an eyebrow, and delivered the line that sent the audience into hysterics. Well, darling, maybe it's time you start pulling your weight. Why don't you go full Seacrest for once? Mark's shock. The look on Mark's face was priceless, part confusion, part disbelief, and part, please don't let this become a meme. He pointed to himself dramatically. Go full Seacrest? Me? Are you saying I don't work hard enough? Kelly grinned, relishing every second. I'm just saying, Mark, maybe one little daytime talk show isn't enough for you. Ryan would have already launched a podcast, hosted a game show, and designed a clothing line by now. Don't you want to be a multi-hyphenate powerhouse too? The audience erupted, clapping and cheering as if Kelly had just scored a knockout punch. The banter escalates. Mark tried to defend himself. Hold on, hold on. I am working hard. Do you know how tough it is to sit next to you every morning, keep up with your wit, and look good in a suit while doing it? That's a full-time job. Kelly rolled her eyes. Sweetie, putting on a suit is not the same thing as building an empire. You've got the looks, the charm, the stamina. Why stop here? Go full Seacrest. She mimed writing a long to-do list. Let's see. Live in the morning, then host a singing competition at night. Produce 3 reality shows on the side. DJ a radio countdown. And maybe launch a skincare line. Oh, and don't forget to date someone gorgeous in between. The audience roared with laughter. Mark threw his hands up in surrender. Okay. I'll admit it. Ryan set the bar ridiculously high. But let's be real. I like to sleep. The man must not even own a bed. The audience gets involved. Sensing the fun, Kelly turned to the audience. Raise your hand if you think Mark should go full Seacrest. Dozens of hands shot up instantly. The crowd cheered, chanting full Seacrest. Full Seacrest. Like it was a rally cry. Mark groaned. This is mutiny. I thought you people were supposed to be on my side. Kelly smirked. Sorry, darling. The people have spoken. Celebrity name drop. The conversation got juicier when Kelly brought up Ryan himself. You know, she teased, Ryan texted me the other day. He said he still wakes up at 4 a.m., hits the gym, hosts a radio show, and then starts his actual day. Mark, when was the last time you woke up before sunrise to do anything? Mark laughed, shaking his head. The last time I woke up before sunrise was to catch a flight to see you. That should earn me some points. Kelly placed her hand on her heart, mock swooning. Ah, that's sweet, but still, not full Seacrest. The doghouse callback. At one point, Kelly tied it back to a previous on-air joke about Mark being in the doghouse. Maybe if you went full Seacrest, you could build a little guest house next to the doghouse. That way you'd have somewhere fancy to stay when you eat my dessert again. The audience burst out laughing while Mark groaned into his coffee mug. I knew that cheesecake incident was never going away. Behind-the-scenes antics. During the commercial break, producers whispered that Kelly kept riffing off camera, telling the audience about Mark's less-than-Seacrest-level work ethic at home. You know what he does after the show? Kelly said with a grin. He takes a nap. That's his big afternoon hustle. Meanwhile, Seacrest would have already filmed a game show and 2 podcasts by lunch. Mark raised his arms dramatically. I'm being roasted on my own show. Somebody call HR. Social media frenzy. By the time the segment ended, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram had latched onto the phrase. Hashtags like hashtag full Seacrest and hashtag GoMarco trended within hours. Memes popped up with Mark's face photoshopped onto Ryan's body in different jobs. Hosting American Idol, spinning records in a radio booth, and even walking a runway. One fan wrote, Kelly Ripa telling Mark to go full Seacrest is the funniest thing I've seen all week. Another joked, petition to make hashtag full Seacrest an official lifestyle. Even Ryan Seacrest himself got in on the fun, posting a cheeky Instagram story. Kelly, be careful what you wish for. Going full Seacrest is a 24/7 commitment. Mark's redemption plan. Toward the end of the show, Mark tried to flip the script. You know what? Maybe I will go full Seacrest, he said with mock seriousness. Starting tomorrow, I'm hosting live with Kelly, Mark, and also Mark. Then I'm launching Keeping Up with the Consueloses. After that, I'll DG Mark FM, release a cookbook, and oh yeah, design a line of men's caftans. Kelly clapped sarcastically. Yes, finally, the caftan collection America's been waiting for. The crowd laughed so hard. Producers had to pause before rolling into the next segment. The closing moment. As the credits began to roll, Kelly leaned into Mark's shoulder with a sleek grin. You know I'm just teasing, right? You don't have to go full Seacrest. I already have the best co-host and husband I could ask for. Mark smiled, kissing her hand. Good, because honestly, I'd rather take a nap than host another show. Kelly smirked at the camera one last time. And that, America, is why we love him. He's the anti-Seacrest. But don't worry, we'll keep pushing. The audience gave a standing ovation. And just like that, another unforgettable chapter in the Ripa Consuelos on-air love story was born. Epilogue. The aftermath. By the next morning, merch companies were already joking about printing t-shirts reading "Go Full Seacrest." Morning news shows picked up the clip, and talk radio debated whether anyone could actually live up to Seacrest's legendary work ethic. As for Mark, he leaned into the joke on Instagram, posting a photo of himself sprawled on the couch with the caption,